I don't really have a formal testimony today. I want to tell you about something that happened in our house last week, because I think that you should know about it when you're considering these issues. I have two daughters. One is 13 and one is 10. And my older one, Maya, she's sort of come into her own socially. She's found her niche among her classmates. But my younger daughter, Davy, who's 10 years old, is still a bit awkward socially, and she's a bit of a loner. She's bright and she has lots of interests. It's just she doesn't connect as easily with kids as my older one does. But one way that she's recently become connected to her classmates is through her knitting. She likes to knit. She makes these hats out of these bright colored yarns, and her classmates have noticed, and they've started asking her to make them hats. So right before the first snowstorm, Davy came home with a fistful of orders from her classmates. I think 7 or 8 kids who wanted hats in these specific styles and colors. And so she worked through the 11-day snow vacation to make these hats and took them back to school and handed them out. And the kids really seemed to like her hats. And she seemed to be feeling better about herself, because now she had a little cred among the 5th grade. But last Tuesday, when Davy was walking back from lunch with one of the girls for whom she made a hat, and I don't want to call her name out, but just let's call her Jean. She noticed that Jean wasn't wearing the hat that Davy had made for her, and although she'd been wearing it previously. So Davy asked about the hat. And Jean told my daughter that she wasn't allowed to wear the hat anymore, that her parents had told her to throw the hat in the trash. That they said that Davy's parents are 2 women, and that they believed in the Bible, and that the Bible told them that marriage was only between a man and a woman. And I asked Davy what she did when Jean did this. And Davy said she just jammed her hands in her pocket and she walked away. Paradoxically, Davy told me about this while she was sitting on her bed and knitting another hat. It made me sad and ashamed and powerless to protect her from a problem that is entirely not of her making. You need to know that marriage is more than just a package of benefits. It provides a dignity and a context for a relationship that's not interchangeable with any other word or construct. I don't expect to change how people think, but I do expect the law to change how people act. And kids may still tell Davy that they believe in their version of their Bible. But someday I hope that Davy's going to be able to tell them that her parents are legally married, and so she has a means to assert her dignity and the legitimacy of her family. So legislators who fail to act or may throw away comments about sending our families out of state, or being irritated by us in an election year, or worse, would pass a law to intentionally codify us as second-class citizens. I just need you to know that you're doing it at the expense of my children's physical and emotional health. My daughter's not here today, but she gave me something to bring to you. You need to think about what you're going to do